In this video, we are talking about the power of using sound design in your videos. And not only using sound design, but how sound design can really change the look and feel of your videos. So today we are using one scene, but with a completely different sound design in each example. Let's just start off with example 1. So this first example is very Transformer inspired, like a Michael Bay movie. I have also renamed each track. In this case, there are 9 separate tracks. And like this, it's easier to find the sound effects that you need to maybe adjust the volume of. Also, color coding is easier on the eye so that not everything, for example, looks blue. So I do prefer to separate each track by colors as well. But let's just break it down and see what I have added. I started off with a helicopter sound as I wanted this scene in the valley to look like it was a helicopter flying through it. On top of that, I also added, well, we can actually just switch on the glitch text effect. And out. As there is war happening, I added a war sounds as well, like far away in the distance. I also added a walkie-talkie static. Not only the static sound, but also the walkie voices. I also wanted to have a richer sound, so I added also a plane flying over. Adding additional sounds in the same category can basically make the experience a bit richer. Now let's add on the robot sounds. I have 2 tracks here, some machines, some talking. I also added some robot steps and some screaming, so it kind of sounds like a robot is approaching a group of people and they're getting hysterical. Pretty cool. Now the last thing we are gonna add is, it's not music. This is a Brahm sound effect, which is very popular, especially the last 10 years. I love this sound. If you want to see another video that I explain what a Brahm and different sounds are, check out in this video right here. But let's listen to it with the Brahm as well. You don't have to use music, but adding these kinds of effects like a Brahm, a pulsating cinematic sound, it sounds like music, but it's actually sound effects. Let's have a look at the second example. So this example is obviously inspired a little bit by Stanley Kubrick, The Shining, so a little bit more, maybe a bit scarier in this case. Now, as you can see here, I have not color coded or colored each individual track, just so you can see that it is a little bit more difficult to for your eyes actually to see what it is, nor have I renamed the tracks. It's just like audio 1, audio 2, but just renaming everything and color coding it is going to make it easier for you once you start to have several layers of sound effects. Now let's break it down. In this case, I started off with a forest sound. So it's basically some birds in the forest. I also added a, what did I add? There you go. Okay, this is why you have to color code and rename each layer, because I have to look for the different sounds now. But it was on purpose. Wind, I added wind. Up here I also added an eagle. I remember that one. I also added a rhythmic heartbeat because I have always loved the subtle heartbeat in the first Alien movie. Have a listen. You can barely hear it, but it does make a difference. It makes it just more scary. I have also used just some cinematic sounds, some booms, because you don't need to use music when you have so many layers of sound design or sound effects. I also added some wolves. Barely hear them. And yeah, again, a subtle synth. Furthermore, I added this, again, cinematic horror texture, and that I have edited the text to come on to the beat. I added one more sound, which is basically a cinematic impact, which comes when the title of this fictional movie appears. There you go. So all of these sounds are from Artlist, so if you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description. If you sign up for one of their annual plans, you're going to get 2 additional months for free if you use that link in the description. Let's continue with the third example. Very different look and feel of this same shot, using completely different font, colors, and obviously the sound design is much more positive. Now let's see what we have done. I also added a like birds and insects in the background, but compared to the previous example, this one feels a little bit more positive and not as scary, if you like. Have a listen. So quite nice and positive, not scary. I added some party music or some party walla. Walla is when there are people talking in the background, but you don't necessarily hear what they say. So let's have a listen. So to make this party sound a little bit happier, I also added someone, it says football fans clapping and chanting. So just listen to the difference. The party just sounds much nicer to be in. And the last sound here is, you might feel that it's redundant, but it's also a party sound. But it is, I didn't like how the football fans clapping ended, so I just added some laughing in the background as well. Small details can make all the difference. Did you hear it? Did you not? I don't know. Now let's listen to it with the music. I edited the titles in this example so that it hits on the beat of the music. So there you have the power of using sound design in your videos and how using specific sounds can really change the feel of your videos. If you want to see more examples of using sound designs, check out this video right here and see you in the next one. Peace.